In today's session, we are going to see this concept of S matrix representation for a multi-port network. Multi-port, see, more than 2 ports we will be having. In the previous session, we have seen introduction about this network theory for transmission lines, that is microwave network theory. For a low frequency, you have already studied about the network theory. A port is represented by a pair of terminals. However, in case of microwave, it is not the case. We cannot use the regular parameters which you use in your network theory. That analysis you cannot extend here. We have certain reasons for it. Some 3 reasons we had listed. Non-availability of the measurement equipment in order to measure the voltage and current, and a short circuit and open circuit, they cannot be achieved very easily for such kind of frequencies. And the circuit, it is unstable due to the active presence of active devices. The circuit becomes unstable for short circuit and open circuit. So because of this, we cannot use the same parameters which we have used for low frequencies. Hence, we have to go for a new variety, a new parameter set that we call S parameters or symmetric. S stands for symmetric. Okay. Uh, in the previous session, we have even seen a sample 2-port network. So what is the main input and output variable? What is that key element which will differ this in S parameters and the remaining your different parameters which you have used in low frequency circuits, is that the input and output variables in those low frequency networks, they are voltage and currents, simply, which you have even done in your laboratories also. You have used voltages and currents. However, in case of S matrix, S parameters, here the variables are the waves, incident and reflected waves. So for a sample 2-port network, you have seen this structure, and we have seen this matrix, the pair of equations we use for S parameters. This is for a 2-port network. Now, why D's are to be listed at the left hand side? Why A's are to be at the right hand side? Why the structure should be in this form only? In order to formulate this, in order to deduce this, we will go for this particular topic, scattering matrix or scattering matrix or S matrix representation. Sorry, I said S indicates symmetrical. It is actually scattering. Sorry, scattering matrix. Okay, it is not symmetrical matrix. Scattering matrix. Let us go for multi-port network. Let us analyze. So multi-port, it will be having more than 2 ports. Single port is not having any meaning in the network, right? So obviously minimum we require 2 ports. So multi-port indicates more than 2. Just for your this figure, it should be fitting in one screen. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Hope it is now visible in one screen. Try to figure out this. If you observe, let me first show you what all this figure contains. It is a multi-port network. This is one port. Remember, in case of microwaves network, port indicates plane, not the pair of terminals. Okay, this is the blue lines which I have indicated. This is one port. Okay, one plane, one reference plane. Say here in this figure I have indicated by ith line. Okay, I may be any number 1 to n in general. So a source is connected, so this acts as your input side. Coming to the remaining, so we are now talking about the multi-port. This is your common meeting point. We call this junction. You can observe there is one more port here. Okay, so a pair will be ith line, and if you see, it is your first line. Okay, so this is one pair, input, output. Now we have a next set. Don't think that the directly they are like this overlapping should not be there. I should use a jumper here. Let me do that. Fine. This is your second line. So a pair of network is nothing but ith line and second line. This is your second pair. Coming to the third one. This is your third line. So pair of two different ports, two port network. So you have ith line and third line. So how many pairs are there? One pair, two pair, and third pair. Like that, many number of pairs will exist here. So it is a multi-port network. I'm using a jumper here. No connection. No connection. Here also no connection. And so on, the dotted lines are indicating. So first line, second line, third line, and so on. This is your some nth line. N may be any number, any integer. So this is a multi-port representation, multi-port network representation. So how many pairs are existing? You can see I and 1, first line. This is one pair, I and second, I and third, I and so on up to nth. So this is a multi-port network. Coming to this, in the previous session, we have seen the input and output variables are your incident and reflected waves. And for a sample two-port network, what are these A's and B's indicates? A indicates incident wave. See the direction. It is incident at this plane. This is your reference plane. Incident wave. If you see B, direction is reversed. So B indicates your reflected waves. If you see in each of these lines, I have indicated these A's and B's, right? So this AI, the I suffix indicates any number 1 to n, and for first line this will become 1, for second line it will become 2, for third line it will become 3, and for nth line it will become n. Okay, hope the structure is now clear to you. Can anybody tell me any difference you find in all these different lines? I have drawn with a red color, yellow color, green color, and sky blue color. So these 4 lines which I have shown you, 1, 2, 3, and so on up to n, what difference you find? No doubt A's and B's suffix, those numbers are different. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Any other difference you can find? Look at the structure. Let me just zoom out a little bit. Now I think it is visible. Size and angle. See, these lines are indicating your connections, the wires. Okay, so it doesn't it need not be necessary that short and long. It won't make any difference. I have not drawn it very neatly. The figure which I have drawn is a bit shabby, but don't consider the lengths will not have any effect. Anyhow, whatever we are doing, it is for longer lengths. Tayyaba has answered one, what is it? Source and the load. Okay. Source, anyhow, it is common, right? Source end is your ith line. If you just compare your first line, second line, third, and so on up to nth line, just observe your load end. So what is the load connected here? It is in generally ZL, load end. And if you compare it with your all other lines are having the load Z0. So what is Z0? It is your characteristic impedance of the transmission line. Okay, what transmission line you are using, it is having its own characteristic impedance Z0. It is equal to, I had even told you, 120 pi ohms, that is 377 ohms. And while discussing the reflection coefficient concept, we have seen that reflection coefficient tau is given by ZL minus Z0 divided by ZL plus Z0. What will happen if I take ZL equal to Z0? If numerator is equal, that is ZL and Z0 both are equal, tau, this reflection coefficient will become 0. What it indicates? So if I take the load impedance equal to your characteristic impedance, the line is perfectly matched. There will be no reflections. So for this particular circuit, multi-port network which we have considered, for the first line, it is not terminated in the characteristic impedance, but however, all other lines are they are having the load connected to, or the load terminated in characteristic impedance Z0. So for all these second, third, so on up to n lines, you don't have any reflections. Even though if you see in the figure, ideally I have drawn here, see A's and B's both I have drawn just to show you, but let's see what value will get the reflections for second, third and so on up to n lines. First line, no doubt we will have the reflections because load is not terminated in the characteristic impedance. But for all other lines, these reflection values B2, B3 and so on up to Bn, all these will not exist. Symbolically I have shown you here, but those values, their values are equal to 0. Okay, so what we will do, for a multi-port network, agar humko matrix lena hai, what do you mean by a matrix? It will be having rows and columns, right? N cross n in general. So it will be having rows and columns means I need to go for different combinations here. What I will do, I will first connect my source. Source will be ith line. First time I will take ZL not equal to Z0, means first line which I am taking, first line is not terminated in characteristic impedance. This is your first combination. Okay. Second combination will be, I will take a second line wherein the condition is ZL not equal to Z0. Second time, that is your second combination. Then third time, I will take source as it is. Third time, the third line, I will take ZL not equal to Z0. But all other lines are Z0 only, except one line every time. Likewise, we'll get n different combinations. So first time क्या हुआ, source ith line है, first line ZL जो load है. Okay, let me just erase this, very shabby it's looking. First time what I will do, I will keep the ith line I will be keeping it same for every connection. So first combination is जो first line है उसका load not perfectly matched नहीं रहेगा, ZL not equal to Z0. Second time what I will do, for second time all other remaining lines Z0 रहेगा, but this time for second combination I will choose ZL value not equal to Z0. So अगर मैं इसे draw करूंगी तो for this particular network I need to draw n different circuits, right? But single circuit is enough. Here only in words we will simply tell, instead of drawing n different circuits, एक sample circuit draw करके in words we will orally we will tell that okay, this is the combination. Okay, hope you have understood the figure. If you have understood the figure, the explanation will follow it. Consider a junction. Consider a junction of n number of transmission lines. Let ith line, ith can be any number from 1 to n, be terminated in source. So you know that. So there is the ith line. So here we have a source connection. So as it is ith line, I represents any integer. So whatever waves are there, incident and reflected, their subscript I'm using I, AI and BI. Regarding the first line, let it be terminated in the load impedance ZL, which is other than the characteristic impedance Z0. ZL is not equal to Z0. And the remaining all lines, what are the remaining lines? Second line, third line, fourth, fifth, sixth up to n lines, except first एक छोड़कर जो बाकी के सभी lines हैं, all other lines, they are terminated with impedance or load impedance is equal to Z0. Because of this, what will happen? Second, third, fourth up to n lines, they don't have any reflections. सिर्फ first line में reflections आएंगे. Let AI be the incident wave at the junction due to the source connected to the ith line. So AI represents incident wave at the ith line. Similarly, what will happen? BI is your reflected wave. Now, observe here, जब ये incident wave यहाँ से होगा, AI, okay, it will come here, junction पे आके, out of this AI total wave, some parts gets reflected back. Okay, that is BI. And जो भी बचता है completely तो reflect नहीं होगा, some part will remain, that will get divided in all these lines. So जो भी input आएगा AI, which will travel and which will come here at the junction, once from this थोड़ा part reflect होगा, जो बाकी बचेगा, it will be distributed among all these lines. Okay, so here I have written the same. If AI is your incident wave, this value, it divides itself among the all different lines. A1 goes to first line, A2 goes to second line, and so on. AN goes to nth line. See, ये जो AI है, it will come and reach here at the junction. यहाँ से थोड़ा part reflect होगा, and जो भी बाकी बचेगा, for first line यहाँ पे AI इधर जाएगा, second line के लिए यहाँ जाएगा, third line it will enter here, and so on, nth line it will enter here. So from this the wave gets distributed. Since the transmission lines from 2 to n, observe सिर्फ first line का load impedance जो है, that is not equal to characteristic impedance, but remaining all 2 to n जो है, all are terminated in Z0, so no reflections. Since all the transmission lines from 2 to n, they are terminated in Z0, there will be a perfect matching, okay, perfectly matched condition. ZL is equal to Z0. So waves are completely absorbed, okay, without causing any reflections. This is true only for lines 2 to n. I'm not talking about the first line. First line is not perfectly matched. So hence, first line में आपको reflections मिलेंगे. Hence, the reflected waves B2 reflected, hence the reflected wave B2 into the junction from the second line, B3 into the third line. I'm talking about this. Even though in the figure I have shown you all the reflection values, observe यहाँ पे तो खैर रहेगा, first line will have reflections, but I have even shown you B2, B3, Bn all. No doubt I have written here, but their actual values are 0. See all these values, okay, whichever are there, reflected waves B2 in the second line, B3 third line up to Bn into the nth line, all their values are equal to 0, because perfectly matched condition, reflections नहीं रहेंगे for the lines 2 to n, but first line के लिए reflections रहेंगे. So in generally I have written B2, B3, B4 up to Bn is equal to 0, and only B1 will exist. So if Bi represents the reflected wave at the source, then Bi will be the only from the reflected wave B1. I'm talking about this Bi, okay. This reflection, why this happens? It is only due to the first line, okay? This pair of lines, source and your first line. This pair of two-port network, your reflections exist. All other, we don't get any reflections. Hence, your BI in generally reflected wave, which is there, it is equal to only first, that is B1. क्योंकि B2, B3, B4 सब वैल्यू 0 रहेंगे, perfectly matched conditions. Now, how can I write B1? You know already how you define your reflection coefficient. Reflection coefficient is the ratio of reflected wave by incident wave. In short, I have written R by I, indicates reflected wave by incident wave. What is the, that's why I have written here B1. What is B1 here? Tau is reflected wave, which is B1. What is incident wave? A1, right? For first line. Check, I'm talking about this pair, ith line and first line. Check the first line. What is the incident wave? A1. Reflected wave? B1. So if you take the reflection coefficient tau, tau is equal to B1 by A1, or how you write B1? B1 is tau into A1. I have written that reflection coefficient into A1, or B1 is equal to reflection coefficient. I, instead of tau, for S matrix representation, let me take S subscript I1. S subscript I and 1. What this I and what this 1 indicates? It's a pair. Two-port network hai. Which two ports we are considering? In your complete figure, now I'm taking the first combination only. Ye multi-port network hai. So now I am considering this pair, ith port and the first port. So if you take I and 1. Now if I take this, I'm telling this description, whatever I'm giving you, it is for first combination. I had told you, अगर मैं draw करते जाऊं तो मुझको n different figures draw करने पड़ेंगे, right? So this is only for first figure I have drawn, where first line is not terminated in Z0. All other lines Z0. But अगर second figure draw करना है मुझे, तो what I should change here? इसको मुझे ZL is equal to Z0 करना पड़ेगा. All other figure will be same. सिर्फ सेकेंड लाइन में ZL नॉट इक्वल टू Z0 होगा. नाउ अगर थर्ड फिगर ड्रॉ करूंगी तो थर्ड फिगर में इसको चेंज करना पड़ेगा, not equal to. All other figure will be same. So like that, n different figures will come. So first figure is what? Two-port network is I and first line. So I1. So I is your source, 1 is your another port. So what is yes I1? It is the reflection coefficient of this first line, okay, first line, due to the source connected at the ith line, I1, okay, pair of ports. Two ports are considered I and first. This is, I'm talking about first combination. Let's go to the second, third, fourth, n different combinations. Okay, so if I repeat this, what all procedure I have followed for different other remaining combinations also, what I will get? यहाँ पे क्या हुआ? B1 is yes I1 into A1. Similarly, अगर मैं second figure लूंगी, तो I will get B2 SI2 A2. Just analogously we can write B1 will become B2 क्योंकि second line consider होगा. Yes I1 will become yes I2 क्योंकि second line होगा. Incident wave will be for second line. Okay. If I take the third combination, third figure, so similarly just these subscripts will change. B1 के लिए ये है, B2, B3, B4 up to Bn, right? So these are all the reflections. B1, B2, B3 indicates reflections for different combinations of your two-port networks. So if I want to combine all these, so the total value of the reflection will be Bi is equal to sum of these. What are different sums? What all I have to add? For first ith line and first line, this is your reflection. For second line, ith line and second line, second combination के लिए ये होगा, third combination, third figure के लिए ये होगा, and up to n figures. So for a multi-port network, if I combine all these reflections, what is Bi is equal to sum of these, B1 plus B2 plus B3 up to Bn. Okay, all these to be added. Total, because for a complete network I want. So it is sum adding all these. Or what is Bi? Just or what you do, Bi is equal to sum of these. Go on substituting I values from 1 to n. If you substitute I equals to 1, what will happen to this equation? B1 is equal to S11A1, S12A2, S13, S14 up to S1n AN. Substitute I is equal to 2. We will get B2 is equal to S21A1, S22A2, I is equal to 2. I have to substitute. And similarly 3, 4, 5 up to, substitute I as n. Bn will be equal to Sn1, Sn2 up to Snen. So it's a combination, right? What we did for the circuit, first we considered one ith line. We have a junction here of different 1 to n number of lines. This is your junction formed. First figure indicates this is your source and this is your first line. This is first pair of network. Second time I will consider ith line and second line. Third time I will consider ith line and third line, and so on, ith line and nth line. So if I combine all, I will get the overall reflection coefficient, sorry, reflection for a multi-port network. So this is how I get it. How can I represent this in the form of a matrix? See, all B's are at the left hand side. Collectively write them in the matrix form. It's a column matrix. You have two elements here. You have a sum here. So when this kind of structure comes, when you have a multiplication of two matrices. So split these two terms. One is for S, one is for A. You have A1, A2, A3. So A's will become a column matrix. Remaining all S are you put all together in matrix form. So if you multiply these two, row into column, you will get these equations back. You can verify it. Okay, that's why in general how you write this, B, generally B is equal to S into A, generally. Okay, a B can be of any order, जितने ports रहेंगे accordingly उतने values आएंगे. So in generally it is B equals to S into A. Now hope you understood why B should be on the left side, why A should be on the right side. Because when we started our concept, sample two-port network के लिए जब हमने equations लिखे थे, B's we had taken at the left hand and A's we had taken at the right hand. So now hope you understood. Collectively for a multi-port network, when we try to formulate the S matrix, all B's are at the left hand side. Collectively B is equal to S into A. I'm talking about matrices. B is a column matrix, A is a column matrix, S is a square matrix, n cross n. And we call this S as scattering matrix. And this is important for analyzing microwave circuits. Okay, just like you have used other parameters for low frequency networks, S matrix is used for microwave frequency networks. Hope you have understood today's topic. Important one, scattering matrix representation for a multi-port network. Explain or derive. This will be the question. Any doubts you can ask me. Yes. I hope you have understood. You need a practice, okay? You need lots of practice.